welcome back. Come get ready with me. We're gonna do a peachy makeup look today, inspired by this dress, inspired by Justin Bieber's new song. And I know it's been a rough couple of weeks with everything that's been going on in the news, so we're gonna keep it lighthearted today. I also have a really exciting update, but let's get to the makeup first because I'm gonna start rambling. My skin has been really kind to me lately. I've been breaking out a little bit, which means my period is coming, but I'm just in shock that my skin is like this right now. I'll share my skincare routine at some point. I just feel really hydrated and glowy. So thank you. I'm gonna start off by priming my face with Cosmetics Face Cuddle Moisture Balm. This just really helps hydrate my skin, adds a protective moisture layer, and it's just so comfy to wear. And I don't know if I've shared this on YouTube, but I am an Cosmetics ambassador. I'm really excited to be working with them because you all know I use a lot of their products. Now I'm going to use the Cosmetics Daydream Cushion as my base. This is in the shade Sweet Secret, and before I actually used the shade Gentle Light, which turns out was just a teeny bit too light for me, and Sweet Secret is like the perfect shade. It's just matches and blends so well. The coverage on this is amazing. And I'm just going to what did I just say? I'm going to lightly set my makeup with the Kosas Cloud Set powder. I think this is in the shade Feathery. I love the setting powder, especially for hydrating products. It's not too heavy because, you know, with like a hydrating foundation, you still want that radiance and glow. And some powders can be too matte where they take away too much of that glow. So this is like the perfect product for that. Now I'm going to do contour. Oh, I always forget. Remember when I went to that Kosas photo shoot? I think it was back in November or something. So the photos are finally out. I'm on their website and I'm on Sephora's website. I've gotten some of your DMs like showing me the pages and stuff, and thank you so much for sending that over because I didn't even know when it was launching really. So it was really exciting to see and just like really exciting to share that experience with you all. I'll share it somewhere or link it or something, but yeah, it was really cool. So I'm gonna contour next. I'm using the Pixie Beauty and Promise palette. I'm gonna use this like neutral shade right here. I always like to go in really fast sweeping motions. Now I'm going to do my brows, and I found the Got2b spiking glue. This is a game changer. It really holds your brows in place. So if you're trying to do the lifted, fluffy brow look, definitely get this. I think in my last brow tutorial, I used the Patrick Ta shaping wax, and that is still really amazing. But I do notice that when I wear it throughout the day, the ends of my brows here start to fall down if I don't really set it. And with the Got2b spiking glue, it doesn't move. The thing is though, you do feel like you have gel on your brows for like the whole day, depending on how much you use. So it's not as comfortable as the Patrick Ta one. Just something to keep in mind if you don't like that feeling of like product on your brows and on your face and stuff. But I pretty much just do it the same way. I get just a tiny bit of gel and brush it through my brow hairs. And then I'll take the end of a brush and then push it upwards. And then I'll just shape it back down like this. There have definitely been times where I think I set it way too high and they looked super bushy, so I'm trying to be more careful of not doing that. You really don't need a lot of gel. Just a little bit of this goes a really long way. Now I'm just going to take my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade and just fill in my brows really quickly. I'm trying to see which palette I want to use. I guess I'll use this one. This is the Cosmetics Faded Clementine eyeshadow palette. I actually haven't used this one yet. I've mostly been using this one from their collection. First, I'm going to take a neutral shade and I'm going to soften the eyelid. Now I'm going to take this Kaja Trio. This is the Toasted Caramel one, and I'm going to take the shade that's in the middle. It's like this shimmery bronzy shade. Just apply that right into the inner half of the eye and just pat it. And I'm just using a flat brush. You can also use your fingers. So now I'm going into the Faded Clementine palette. I'm going to use this top shade right here. It's like an orangey peachy shade. I'm just going to apply into the outer corners and then work my way up and over. The update I've been waiting to share is I am moving. I found my apartment that I really love, and I knew it was going to happen after I decided I was going to stay in here. And after I had bought like a new rug, put up some new shelves, I just had a feeling. I was like, I bet once I get this place the way I want it to, I'm gonna find that apartment. And I was like, well, we'll see, we'll test it. I mean, what's the harm if that happens? And it happened. I felt like I had started to make peace with staying here because I was just kind of exhausted from looking at apartments. I was like, you know, if I stayed here for longer, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's a great apartment and I'd be saving so much money. Then later that night, I just, you know, was still looking, still keeping my options open, and I saw this apartment listing and I was like, let's just go see it, like whatever. What's the harm in just going to see? And I really put no pressure on this apartment. I was like, yeah. I texted Ivan, I was like, hey, like I'm gonna go see this place if you want to come with me. And then I had my apartment viewing the next day, and so he came with me. We ended up seeing several units. The first one we saw, I was like, yeah, okay, this is nice, it's cool, but meh, you know. And then the leasing agent took us to this second apartment and he was like, just to let you know before we go see this apartment, I do have a couple of other people who are interested in it and have asked for an application. And I was like, huh, must be a really nice apartment then, like just kind of joking around. And then right when we walk in, we were like, this apartment actually is so beautiful and it gets so much light in the living room and the kitchen area. We still looked at a few more after that. Ivan was like, let's just go look at this unit one more time and see if you like it. So we went back to it and I was like, yeah, I still really like it. So we were talking. I'm so thankful to Ivan for coming with me on every single one of these apartment viewings because it helps so much to get a second opinion. He was like, you should just apply and see what happens. And I was like, yeah, I think so too. If I apply, at least, you know, I'll have the option to decide if I want it or not later so that I can get myself to the front of that line since there were other people interested. Okay, real quick though, I'm gonna take this darker color right here and just add it to the outer and inner corners of my eyes. So then I'm talking to the leasing agent, telling him I like the place and I want to apply, and he's like, yes, I can send you an application. He's like, just so you know, our application process is really quick. You'll probably know within 24 hours, and then you'll have like a 24-hour hold on the apartment, like 24 hours to decide if you want it or not before it's open to the next applicant. So I was like, okay, that's really quick, way faster than I had expected, but I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. We go back to Ivan's place and he's like, use my computer, apply right now, just do it. And I'm like, okay, let me do it. Like, let me get all my information, all this stuff. Not even an hour later, I get confirmation that my application went through and I'm approved for the apartment. I got approved for the apartment!
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god.
Are you excited?
I am, but I'm just like, I thought I'd have more time to process.
Well, you have time right now.
I know. Well,
that was so quick.
I don't think it's even been an hour yet.
Oh my god, they're fast.
Ivan just gave me pre-workout too, so I'm like
tingling. we're gonna do a dance workout.
And I'm like, shit, I was so not mentally prepared to like do this right now. I did really want it, but I just thought I'd had more time to like save up money for the movers. I really wanted to buy my mom a nice gift, but now I have to like push that off. So sorry, mom. I just really love the apartment, and when it came down to it, I was like, okay, this is worth moving for. I got these lashes from Doe that I want to try. So I have fairy dust and fuckboy repellent. I think I'm gonna try this one, fuckboy repellent. It looks more suitable for like an everyday makeup look. Wow, these lashes are so pretty. Look at the difference. The lash strip on these lashes are really thick. They're a little heavier than what I'm used to, so I don't know how long I can wear them for. Now I'm just tightlining. I'm gonna put a little bit more of this dark plum eyeshadow on the lower lash line and the outer corner too. These lashes are so thick. Like, I'm so not used to how dark it is compared to like my brows, but I'm gonna put my bangs down later, so maybe it'll be fine and it will actually be perfect so that my eyes can stand out. Now I'm going to use the M Cosmetics Peachy Peach Serum Blush. This was actually why I wanted to do a peachy look, was because I wanted to try this shade of blush. It just looks so pretty in the bottle. I'm gonna use a sponge. For highlighter, I'm gonna use this one from Floss Beauty. It's in the shade Sunlit. I can't believe it's actually happening because I think I started looking at apartments in January, and then all of a sudden this just happened so fast. Like this month has just been so wild, and I feel so incredibly lucky and grateful. Like God has really been blessing me this month, and I don't know what I did to deserve it. I'm really excited to like take you along in the moving journey and everything. Like it just feels so freeing. Yes, I made peace with this apartment. Yes, I was ready to stay, but I am so happy that I can leave. Living in this apartment the past 2 years really made me appreciate what my parents built for themselves, like the lives that they built, the home that they had, and that they provided for me. They just made it so easy, and I didn't even appreciate it. I love that I can understand more of what my parents went through and how much they did for me, and how much I would not be able to do the same if I were to have a child right now. My mom at this age already had me, and I think she also had my brother too. So I cannot imagine myself having 2 kids right now. There's just no way. I just love that these experiences brings me a little bit closer to them, whether or not they know it or realize it. Anyway, I'm just getting a little sentimental. I'm going to get my hair things and show you how I style my bangs. So I just wet my bangs, and I have this giant hairbrush right here. I don't really know how big this is. I'm guessing like about 2 inches. So I just put it under here, and then I just take my blow dryer and blow dry it downwards. Then we're also going to blow it like this a little bit. You can also curl it if your bangs are a little bit longer, but right now this is like a good length for me. I'm also going to straighten my hair just a little bit because there's some ends that are just curling a bit weird. I did put on lip color already. This is the Cosmetics Lip Cushion in Faded Clementine. I'm so used to doing pink looks on me and pink lip colors that when I put this orange one on, I always doubt it. Even now I'm like, I'm not used to it, but I think it's because I don't wear it often, so we're just gonna go with it, and maybe I'll get used to it and it'll be fine. I already sprayed my hair with some heat protectant, and I really shouldn't be straightening it because it's still in recovery mode, but I can't help myself. I am a little bit sad to be moving out of the 626. So the 626 is the area code for the San Gabriel Valley area, where there is a really big Asian population, and I think specifically Chinese population. I really loved living here, I think because it feels like home. I'm from San Jose, and there's like a big Asian population there too. And I feel like being in the 626 area has really helped me so much in terms of like trying to hold on to my heritage and to my roots and stuff, and being more comfortable with my identity as like a Chinese American woman. And you know, that when I go to Chinese restaurants or Chinese stores, like I can still practice some of my Cantonese and Mandarin. It also felt very safe here because it did feel like home, and I think in a way it's good that I'm moving out of it because I'm kind of leaving a comfort zone of mine. Like, admittedly, it's definitely been a comfort zone. So my new apartment is in K-Town, which, you know, some might argue is not that much different, but it is. It's like a little bit more city, less suburban. It's very suburban out here. You don't have to pay for parking. And that's always been so nice. I think it will be a good change of pace for me to be in a busier city area. I wanted to show you the breakage in my hair. Look at this strand versus this strand. I'm gonna use some hair oil now. This is from Nature Lab. I've never used this before. Perfect smooth hair oil, color and heat protectant. Ooh, I might have put a little too much. Ooh, that's really thick. I think it's okay. This dress that I'm wearing is from TOBI. It's got this reverse stitching going on. I think reverse stitching just looks so cute. I don't know, I've just been really loving it. Thank you so much for watching and getting ready with me. I can't wait to share more of the apartment stuff and moving, and I'll film a better empty apartment tour. I'm sorry I'm always so shaky when I go on these apartment tours. I'm just like, my head's a fluster, so I'll do better next time, promise. But seriously, thank you all so much for supporting me and being here with me all of these years. It means the world to me, and I would not be able to do any of this without you. So I am so very grateful, and I can only hope that I'm here for you as much as you are for me. Okay, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.